Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist. Back again at Group E, we have two titans, I guess, from this game's history. First of all, we have Nekroz from 2015, right? Djinn Nekroz, that is. So the one of Djinn releaser of Rituals in the main deck versus Electrumite, Turbo, Astrograph, Turbo, or well, Pendulums, however you want to call the deck, right? Should be a familiar face. We've seen this in the previous Cross-Banlist Cup, you know, from last year. It did really well, like top 4 if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, it's definitely one of the title candidates. Has access to one of the most powerful hand traps, being Ash Blossom, you know, plus Wavering Eyes, Astrograph Sorcerer, Electrumite, all in the same deck. That's disgusting. While on the other hand, we have Djinn Nekroz from 2015. Again, the deck was, well, possible for us TCG players, but not for too long. Super degenerate. I mean, Laval change, sending Djinn, or you know, like Djinn releaser from your deck to the graveyard, and then for the ritual summon, use it from your graveyard or banish it from the graveyard, for example. So, I mean, again, a crazy card. Basically, prevent your opponent from playing the game. Actually, back then, that was super relevant because of the mirror matches. Nekroz was pretty much tier 0, even, and as you saw in the list, is that people were main decking outs against, you know, the Djinn. Stuff like Book of what is it called? Book of Eclipse, Book of Moon. People were even running a Bull Blader, right? The DD Warrior Lady, and so on. So this matchup, which deck has the advantage? I could agree with, you know, the votes from the people. About 70-ish% of the people see Pendulums winning over Nekroz. Okay, hand traps, yeah, that might be a reason. Stuff like Ash Blossom, the more recent hand traps, Disruption. Then again, Nekroz also has access to Maxi, but that's in a side deck, right? So that game number 1 is again going to be very crucial, which deck is going first. And the thing though is that, okay, Unicorn is strong against Pendulum Magicians, Djinn, obviously, but it's not an instant game winner, as you know, we've seen before in the Cross-Banlist Cup editions. I believe it was last year as well, against, was it against True Draco, I think? Not sure about this, but you know, I believe it was against True Draco or Masterpiece.dek, where stuff like Purple Poison Magician was really cool. You know, get built-in Pendulum Scale plus Destruction is strong, and it's of course searchable off of Wisdom Eye. So Time Star again hits the board. It's a Time Star, you know, the rank 4 exceed. Astrograph hits the board as well. Norito being that spell / trap negator, but against Nekroz, it's basically stuff like, you know, negate Eclipse, negate the ritual summon, well, a ritual spell, that is, negate whatever, right? That's, I guess, the most important use for the card. So now going second, I think I side-decked in the Cyclones, you know, the one you see here in my hand. I think that's it. Not sure. Or am I overlooking a card? Not sure. Cyclone is in there because of the yeah, because of emptiness, right? And this hand is okay. If it wasn't for Wavering Eyes. Wavering Eyes is such a busted card if it's legal in the same format as Astrograph Sorcerer, especially with Electrumite, right? So eventually able to get off, you know, Joker, normal summon Joker. At least I don't have to fear any well, bar Maxi, any hand traps, negation, failure. No, I think the only hand trap is Maxi, plus of course Valkyrus. But again, that's you know, when I go into the battle phase, have an attack declaration, and then, you know, I want to have some form of negation to prevent Valkyrus from either resolving or, you know, yeah, pretty much from resolving or, you know, from activating. But that's not the case here. Again, rank 4 exceed, going for, well, Vortex eventually, right, being that one of negation that's needed for, let's say, if there is indeed a Valkyrus. Not sure if we know it, but I mean, against Nekroz, against this particular deck, Valkyrus was pretty much a 3-off, if not a 2-off in the deck. Venom hits the board, ridiculous card, pretty much copying your Electrumite, getting the free pop, Black Fang popping itself, you know, well, reborning something from my graveyard. Again, Astrograph hits the board, reborning Astrograph. This is, you know, this pretty much sums it up, the whole deck, right? Electrumite legal, Wavering Eyes at 3, triple Astrograph Sorcerer, you know, double Iris Magician for the continuous searches, or, you know, continuous spell or trap. It's ridiculous. Okay, game number 3, and again, I go second, but C-Max-C. I'm like, okay, that's cool. It could prevent the Djinn lock from coming out. Not sure if it's there. Not sure. Okay, mind you, or Senju on that, probably not. But, or at least, well, okay, you could go for Djinn lock, but that gives me a lot of draws, especially because of Maxi. But I also get Maxi. That's a problem. So, yeah, indeed, it's going to get dropped now on the Astrograph, so Maxi now is a 1-for-1. I opt to not to invest into Electrumite and, you know, maybe push for game. Maybe I should have... well, then again, yeah, Maxi has already been activated, but what can, you know, Nekroz draw? Double Felk? I'm not sure if Felk is once per turn. I'm a bit cautious, but I mean, it is what it is. So eventually up to empty my hand again. I don't want to, you know, like make myself vulnerable to a Trishula. And here, because of the threat of Excitonite, yeah, Excitonite, I am forced, I guess, to use Time Pendulum Graph to pop both Unicorn. But that again gives the Nekroz deck the opportunity to banish those ritual spells from the graveyard, and I personally underestimated Gungear. Okay, Gungear could protect your face-up on-field Nekroz monster, you know, your Djinn-locked Nekroz monster against destruction. That's cool, but it also has a second effect, you know, the second use, like once per turn pop. I believe it works, yeah, indeed, during both players' turns, but of course you need to discard. Is it a Nekroz card? I believe so. And as you know, Pendulums isn't really strong against, you know, with top decking, but Joker is a fantastic top deck. So search Wisdom Eye, and I believe, do I still have an Oath in my deck? Yeah, there it is. That's cool. Get back the purple poison, but then get next seed. I was like, maybe I should have gotten back the Wisdom Eye, just in case. I mean, there is still the potential Trishula, even though, you know, are you going to bluff with a set ritual spell? Probably not. It could be an emptiness. Yeah, definitely. So that's why I'm opting for Ghost Ogre here. But again, draw, that's disgusting. Is it my last Joker? I think so. So I can get off a Pendulum Summon, try to push for game here, you know, going for Electrumite and so on. But nope, not the case. Not possible due to Book of Moon. Again, this is Master Rule for Pendulums, so I definitely need my extra Monster Zone to, you know, first of all go for the Link Summon. Again, a sweet top deck for Nekroz. Manju, yeah. Searching, and you know what's coming. The double level force. That's Excitonite, but I guess it's okay. Maybe... you know, because of purple poison, and this deck again is not the strongest in top decking because, you know, of course you at least need 2 cards for the scales. But Sorcerer is an okay top deck, but Joker, it's the third one. Yeah. Sorry, it's indeed the third Joker. I guess the best card I could have drawn. I mean, basically search any, you know, Pendulum Magician that has a Seal of Destruction effect. The last card I believe is Typhoon. That also would have triggered the Astrograph Sorcerer, right? So. An extra duel again to prevent spoilers, but a clean 3-0 for Electrumite.dek over Nekroz. And the thing is though, okay, yeah, I believe, you know, during the first 2 duels, there was Ash Blossom kind of stopping Nekroz, well, stopping their plays immediately. Okay, Nekroz can definitely follow up after a potential Ash Blossom, but the hand needs to be good, right? Or maybe better than it was during the first 2 duels, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Maxi for both decks here in the third duel, right? But again, the Nekroz, and that's the thing we've seen before, as I mentioned before, is that the Pendulum deck, okay, you could go for like the Djinn lock on, let's say, Clauselus or, well, whatever. I mean, any ritual monster, any Nekroz monster that, you know, adds up with 3 or 4 or whatever, that you can put up the Djinn lock. Maybe Gungear, that would be very strong, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal, if that makes sense. Purple poison just solves a lot of things, right? Same for emptiness. Even though emptiness is strong, but again, purple poison is there to get rid of those floodgates, while at the same time being very flexible. You could target your opponent's monsters as well, and of course, self-destruct the emptiness in the process. So is this main phase 2? Not sure. Probably because I'm special summon. Yeah, indeed. Vortex here in defense position. Decode Talker for some extra protection. Okay, and a double set. Not sure which. I believe Cyclone, and probably should be the continuous Pendulum Graph, right? Here, this is my mistake. Small misplay. Because, you know, Electrumite is always going to trigger, you know, giving me the draw. potentially I probably should have destroyed my double iris, you know, get search the continuous spell, and then, you know, my purple poison would have still been in the pendulum scale. But I mean, giving Electrumite giving me a draw just makes Trishula, you know, a big target, but didn't really matter because of the extra duel. But it's cool. I think we have a well-deserved winner. The more recent deck, I guess, again had like the slight advantage, but the fact that the power core plays a unicore with protection or a Djinn lock plus protection wasn't the, you know, like an instant game winner against pendulums because of multiple reasons. So next matchup, a good one. Zodiac Beast versus Danger Thunder. Feel free to leave your prediction, and of course soon in the community tab. Okay guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Beatum signing out. Peace.